I think we're going to be playing with. We're going to play with maybe chairs. So it's giving carte blanche today, so do whatever I want it. Come get your chairs, people. Merci. Is that it? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I get one too. I want to play too. You can come. I had a. Is she coming? I hope so. Okay. Highly needy. That's really great for that age group. So I know. All right. So let's see what comes up. So for the ones online, Mohan and Harold, we're playing chairs today. Hi, Francisca. So there are so many things that come to mind, right? So we never have any guarantees of life or anything. So everything's a cycle, everything comes up and then goes away, and that's just the way it is. But there's one permanent thing about all that, and it's our spiritual life, right? Our spiritual energy or soul or drop of God, whatever concept you have of that, is always the only thing that is permanent. And so the intention of yoga is not to really emphasize anything about the physical body, right? Is through the physical body that we get to something else. So it's contradictory in its initial intent for yoga to be just about the physical self. So it's not about looking or building our ego or whatever that might be that we are trying to achieve through a physical movement, but is again the intention of yoga is that we are able to tune up, so the body becomes a true instrument towards that ultimate goal of our lives, and that the body becomes not an obstacle, not a something that is preventing ourselves to look past, but is not a distraction, that there we don't get illnesses, that we don't get difficulties that distract us, so the mind can always remain constantly engaged into what we're aiming to do. And it's difficult and it's a long process. It takes many lives, if that's our intention. Or it can take a single moment by simply switching, right? By allowing our mind to just be 100% focused, to be able to have not self-realization. Self-realization is just about our limitation of the individual, but it's about, again, in terms of, to use terms that we all might understand, is God realization, is about realization of what is it that our relationship is and how can we develop that intimate relationship to the only thing that is permanent in our lives. So as we already know, the yoga philosophy talks about how the physical body is just simply a transition in a long line of movements of the soul, of our energy through different bodies. So all the things that we find in this life as permanent as we think they are, they're just temporary. And our relationship, the only eternal relationship, is that relationship to the spirit. So that's why they're so important. And that's why this yoga center does its meditation and does its chanting and focuses all this for so many decades. The only focus here is to think about in terms of our spiritual terms. We don't check any of the material things, and we've survived longer than many other yoga centers, not because we are anything special or because our nothing about us in the ego sense is actually what's true. What is true is that there's something internal here about the energy carries, that we're focused on developing the internal more importantly than the external aspects of the yoga. For the other things, there's tons of gym classes and yoga centers everywhere, and they have a perfect purpose. But our yoga center for all these years have been centered and occupied into developing a little bit of that sense, right, of looking inwardly, to be able to add meaning to what it feels like and what it actually means to breathe. It's not just all the other things that we know already, because the soul and the mind is very wise, right? It's so ancient. It's ever existing. So the knowledge is there. We just need to remind ourselves constantly of that. So, and how important to add meaning to a way of excelling. So what does it feel like, and what is it's doing to my false identification to other things when I exhale? Can I release something out? And maybe my inhalation gently adds a different context to my breath in. And so what am I bringing in into my body? Am I still connected to the things that are just driving me insane and make me tense? Or am I able to exhale and surrender those? Again, we start always by breathing out because we want to make room. We want to open space and clear out all the other things, and then take an inhalation that breathes into the body and to feed it in a way that is different. And it's not that we breathe out different air, is that our intention, our focus changes. Then we can allow ourselves to truly breathe in something different. And the intention, the energy that we bring and hold it as we maintain that extension of the chest is important to us. And we know how and when we need to exhale, and what is it that we need to exhale. There's nothing or nobody that can tell us. We allow ourselves to honor the breath in into what's really true about us. And we all know, we all have that very specialness, right? And the idea that we are here in this room for some strange reason, wanting or dragged into it, is something to reflect, something to think about and poise. What is it that we are finding every time that we look inside? Every time that we circulate and activate the inhalation in our bodies? How can we allow our head and arms to just move and move the head gently forward and the shoulders roll gently forward, and maybe the body stays low for a second, and see what happens when we just open up those muscles of the back? And my hands and my arms may move gently in front of my body, maybe even towards the ground. Maybe my forearms soften towards the floor, my elbows touch the ground. It doesn't matter, right? The idea is to feel that my jaw, my head gently extend all that energy in the upper body. And so what happens when I am able to exhale and release gently from that position? What is it that I carry so much, that I think is so valuable, that I've struggled so much in my life to hold on to? And then softly, the only thing that it carries with us is that eventual pain and disappointment and never accomplishing enough. Can I find myself looking in a different direction and just letting go of that expectation, of that aiming to do this, but more importantly, to spiritualize that intention? So what is the ultimate purpose? Do I need all those 10 things, or can I just simply investigate what it feels like to feel that sense of connection and peacefulness and harmony in my body? And can I allow my body to start inhaling and extending and raising and expanding and using my torso and using my shoulders and using my hands, and maybe my body looks into the chair and my fingers gently allow to touch into the edge of the chair, and I rest my shoulders down and I feel my tummy muscles supported, and maybe the left hand slides as I exhale deeper into my chair towards the back of the seat of the chair, and my right hand softens, and I feel that my right arm gently bends, and I maybe touch the ground. My legs might be extended or flexed, doesn't matter. And maybe I cross my right hand towards the left leg, towards the opposite leg, and I feel that my right elbow, forearm, shoulder slowly come towards the ground, and my torso turns gently towards the right side of the chair as my right arm gently reaches for the deepest position on the chair, on the leg, on the seat, allowing my head to simply move, and feel that the body and torso and rib cage exhales to the side. And then, so what's the importance of exhaling the side of the body? Right? We tighten the body, we hold emotions, we hold ideas, we think we're so brilliant, and we have all these false identities, right? Of having to present this thing to the world. And when do we find ourselves internally to be genuine? When do we give ourselves the chance to just genuinely be present and just kindly observe? What is the intention? What is the ultimate intention? The why I'm doing my breath, the why I'm doing all this list of things I'm trying to do in my life. Can I find my last exhalation disposition? Can I feel that my body, my torso, just by simply moving in this direction, feels a little bit more open, and my left hand presses on the seat of the chair to slowly help. When I breathe in, that my body returns back to center, and I slowly raise my torso, and I feel my hands on the seat of the chair, my tip of the fingers, my shoulders open. Exhale one more time, breath in. Do I need to switch my legs in position? Do I need to extend my legs? Do I need to place the opposite leg in front? It doesn't matter, right? Find your way. This is your practice. This is your body. This is your sanctuary. Can you feel gently your own, again, internal and spiritual connection? What is it that you want to accomplish with this movement when your body inhales and opens? Let the right hand and let stay, and the left hand slowly drops the elbow, falls gently the forearm, maybe reaches towards the ground, maybe reaches across towards the right leg, and the right hand inhales deep into the chair, and my body starts rotating and reach gently towards the front leg or the back leg, it doesn't matter, and my head and torso rotate towards the left side of my body, and my rib cage opens, and I simply pay attention. I just simply look at my body and look at the parts of my body that are tense, or they're resisting the movement, or things. Again, thoughts will come up, and there's always a struggle, right? Of what is it that I'm really thinking about right now? Do I need to honor that thought in that same idea or constant thread that I've always written about myself, or can I rewrite? Can I create a new narrative, a new story of my body right now? Can I feel that my body connects deeply to those movements, to those muscles that I find maybe it's just health? And so, what does health mean to me right now? Can I observe my body and my organs and every part, intimate little parts of the cells are breathing, and breathing with, again, that deep energy inside? Can I allow all the other negativity or thoughts that maybe are not helpful to exhale and release and open all the way out through my entire torso? And then slowly, the left hand comes slowly away from the chair while my right hand presses onto the seat, and I return my torso back to center, and I feel my back and my shoulders and what happened through the shift, through the movement. Can I sit very tall into this position? Can I observe my body to be long, engaged into your chest and shoulders? Can I tilt my chairs? That means the chair comes onto the very first two legs and the back legs lifting. And I raise my hands in such a way that I reach for the back rest of the chair. And I So that much height on the chair allows my arms to hold on to the chair, to hold on in a way that is taller. And then maybe that I can press with my hands down so my spine lengthens and I create leverage into the extension of my torso while my shoulders are drawn back and my chest drives forward and my chin lengthens up towards the sky and my head looks slowly behind my shoulders. I can press my hands into the chair to raise the lumbar spine, to raise the waist, to engage the ribs, to open the shoulders, to give enough room to my chest, to my heart, to my feelings, to connect deeply inside to my entire center of the torso. And I observe how that feels my tongue. And again, the things I may have said that maybe were not needed to be said. And can I just have the opportunity to, again, allow grace and forgiveness? Maybe my eyes and my forehead to soften, to clear gently the neck and all the pressure that I may have placed on myself by creating simple expectations rather than intending, that reminding myself the why of every one of my actions. One more time, can I breathe and to extend and open the body, and then it's slowly and gently exhale and release the chair and walk your torso back forward and let your body settle and see if your hands move towards the seat of the chair and your body sits very gently up, and maybe your body's close enough or far enough from the chair that your knees are flexed and raised off the ground if that's possible, and maybe your feet are gently next to the legs of the chair with your hands on the ground next to your hips, maintaining your torso as tall as it can get, or your hands on your legs, maintaining your torso and shoulders wide and tall as it can get. Maybe the legs slowly come off the ground, or maybe your hands without touching any of these slowly come off the ground and touch gently the chair and sit the heels gently into the chair. And my hands again hold onto the ground behind my hips, next to your glutes, onto the legs, onto the chair itself, or just simply not touching, and find my body strong and exhale and never locking the knees. Allow the feet and legs to be parallel to each other. So what does it feel like to challenge my core, to challenge the strength? And so what are the thoughts immediately that come to mind, right? And can we rewrite the narrative? Can I rethink something about this position? Can I allow my hands to stay in position? Maybe for some of us, we need to add a little something, and the legs slowly stay in position with your knees bent and your arms come above the shoulders, and you find your body really tall, and you feel that your hands rotate in such a way so your thumbs open to the right and left. The palms of hands maybe look towards the back wall, so your shoulders help your shoulder blades to be open and your entire chest to be broadened, and you find alignment with your vertebrae column. One more time, deep breath. Less is more. Is your body, it is your strength. Can you find your last one? Deep breath into this position, and when your body's ready, exhale and release your hands towards the legs, towards the chair, towards your neck, towards the ground. Breath in, and maybe your hands come slowly towards the floor to support your body, or maybe just without your hands, your body rounds and gives enough space for your legs to open, and then flex them, flex the knees, press them towards the heels towards the ground, and extend your legs to the sides of the chair so your legs are as wide as needed, and your hands come towards the seat of the chair, deep into the seat of the chair, or towards the backrest, the tallest portion of your chair, and your body leans forward so it's strength to stretch and lengthen those inner thigh muscles, and your jaw draws in, and the crown of it extends, and your spine lengthens, and your shoulders are broad, and your arms are gently connecting the entire root of your torso. So the arms are just aiming to feel your hips and to feel the hips rotating and your inner thighs rotating. And you allow the muscles to breathe, right? It's okay to have the muscles contract, but it's also important to let them extend, to let them breathe, to feel that you're feeding them, that there's openness, that overextend or contraction, over holding of a muscle is maybe a sense of holding tension in the body. Can we release that? Can you press the heels? Can you open the toes? Can you jaw drawn into your throat? One more time. Exhale all the way through, and then kindly we're going to walk the hands in towards the edge of the chair. One more time, and we're breathing in, and you feel the body slowly rolling back, and your knees flex, and you slowly come off the ground, hands on the wherever you chose to be, and your heels one more time touch slowly towards the seat of the chair with your knees folded and your arms extended as far into the ground or off the ground as your body needs to. And you hold and you support gently those muscles of the abdomen your jaw draws in. One more time, inner thighs, outer thighs, index finger, palms of hands rotating. One more time, observe that your shoulders and your chest open in torso. Can you feel the vertebrae column? Can you connect those muscles that give you strength? Last one deep breath. Can you feel your body? Observe the exhalation and kindly inhaling. Bend the elbows and use your arms, or without them, your legs open, and then slowly reach towards the sides of your legs. And then make your right hand come towards across the chair, towards the left side of the chair, and your left hand comes behind, and you allow the heels and toes to slowly be perpendicular, and your torso starts becoming really tall, and look out towards the left side of your body as if you're just twisting, engaging your belly, opening the shoulders. Allow your fingers to slowly support the movement, that your shoulders are not moving forward, that your shoulders moving away from the chest, to open the clavicles, the entire collarbone, and your jaw draws in, and you press through your hips evenly, and your tummy supports, and your neck lengthens. One more time, breathe in, and you letting your body breathe, and you're letting your body move, and you're moving into your organs. One more time, deep breath. Observe the exhalation when and if your last one breath comes in. And then exhale, let your arms and shoulders to undo, and feel that your body moves very gently. Fully breath. Now feel your body. What does it feel like to be in the center position? And just breathe. Can you let your left hand then cross over the chair as you breathe in, and your right hand exhale towards the back of your body to twist, to let the heels, to let your toes, to let your kneecaps, to look out towards the right side. Are you tilting? Are you forcing? Is there one side? Is there one shoulder? Where do you carry tension? Can you sit evenly through both sitting bones? How much is too much? How much is just enough for your body to feel the rotation? Can you observe your belly button area? Can you feel your muscles and organs and layers of tissue inside your body? One more time, breath. Connect your brain and let the nerve cords to really travel with them into those parts of your body and really connect the feeling to them. Allow your body to exhale. Again, giving yourself enough permission to less and to really feel it inside. Make this, again, moving meditation. So that means that my mind becomes more clear with every breath, and then it will come turbid. And one more time, I breathe out and I engage it to be just clear, to let all the other things to not be as important in this moment, to learn to give 100% of attention into the moment. And then exhale, and then allow the hands and elbows and shoulders and torso to undo, and feel your body to come back to center. So what does it mean to come back to the center position? Can I allow my body one last time to feel the hands supported on the sides of the hips, on the ground, on the sides of the legs? And I'm going to flex the knees, maintaining my torso really long and tall. And I'm going to bring my legs on the chair, breathing in, and observe my body one final time. Maybe this time my hands stay on the ground. For some of us, the arms may come all the way towards the sky. For some of us, the legs are not completely flexed, that you can extend the legs so the calves are barely stretching or touching the ground, that your toes are coming towards the sky. You're lengthening your legs as tall as you need to, and your arms and torso slowly lengthen, tall, broad shoulders, open rib cage. Last time, lengthen the legs. Can you flex your abdomen? Really observing isotonic movement, right? Maintaining the tenacity of those muscles to support the position. It doesn't matter how much or how extreme you think you want to be. Let your last deep breath in, and when your body's ready, allow your hands to slowly soften, bring them gently towards the legs, towards your thighs, or maybe without them, allow your legs to slowly undo, cross them gently in front of your body, and then roll them gently, roll over your shins and knees until your body comes into kneeling position. And let your right thigh and right hip come closest to the chair. The left hip is just a little bit outside the left chair, so you're finding your left hip slowly coming around the side of the chair, and your left knee and toes always perpendicular to the ground, toes and knees. And let your left inner thigh point in the direction of your toes, and your body exhales, and feel that your right hand comes on top of the chair, and your left hand comes towards your knee, towards your thigh, towards your hip, towards your waist, and you look slowly towards the back of your body, and you slowly, without undoing the connection between your right hip flexor, your right thigh, your right belly into the chair, and your left knee into the chair, your torso rotates. And so what happens when you rotate out, and what are the muscles? What are you moving? What are the parts of your body that engage? Are you forcing? Are you grinding? Are you really doing an effort that is not necessary for your body? The most important feel is that your body feels that you're moving through it, that you're really connecting to it. And allow the mind, again, having the mind focus in one thing is really challenging, because there's these other things that are needing to come out, right? These are like pressing into the body, these bubbles of air and thought and emotions that will rise up, that need to be processed, that need to be, again, give sense to. And so can I allow to just look at them, and then let them simply dissipate, and let them just simply bubble out away from your body using the breath. One more time, observe the body to really connect, to connect the right hip, left inner thigh, your jaw and shoulders. Last long deep breath in. When the body exhales, slowly, gently soften the body. Let your hands and torso come return towards the center. Allow your hands to come towards the seat of the chair. Flex your right toes, raise your right knee, and move your right leg all the way back, as if your left knee stays gently tighter towards the seat of the chair, while your toes and thigh are perfectly aligned, and your right toes flex under the heel, and your right heel presses back, and you stretch the calf. And you breathe in, and you observe your hip flexor. Your glute muscle immediately activates on the right side. So that gives enough room for that hip flexor to stretch. And you feel your abdomen and shoulders to be as easy or as broadly open. And maybe your hands, bring both hands onto the seat of the chair. Maybe the left hand wants to come onto this backrest of the chair. Maybe both hands need to come back into the backrest of the chair. It doesn't matter, right? It's all about your ability to support and maintain and focus and feel that your body's moving, that you're working with your body, that you're processing all these things that bubble up, and you're giving sense to them. You're not looking away, you're not hiding them, you're not putting them under the rug. You're slowly breathing them, and feel your body extending, and observe in the privacy, in the internal world that we have. Can I align ourselves? Can I, again, find that sense of forgiveness and grace inside? Can I observe my body to just open one more time, to feel the opportunity that is given it to us right now by just simply breathing, by being with the body, the luxury that we have to dedicate time of our lives to feel the body connection. And the hands come gently deeper towards the seat of the chair if that's necessary, and the left leg slowly moves gently towards the ground, knee flexes into the floor, your right leg comes outside the right side of the chair, and the inner thigh, the knee touches the chair, the left hip connects to the chair. Can I find myself squared in this position? Can I observe my body, abdomen? So what it feels like, sometimes when I'm not breathing completely out, I feel anxious and my heart is just needing that exchange of oxygen. Can I allow myself to just exhale and to breathe out? And sometimes it's a loud breath, sometimes it's a very gentle breath. It's about a depth of the breathing. Can I let my left hand come slowly across the seat of the chair, the backrest of the chair, while my right hand then slowly comes towards the thigh, hip, waist, towards the lower back, and I rotate and look out towards the right side of my body, and I look over my right shoulder, not because I'm pushing, not because I'm paining any one of the parts of my body, right? Is that, can I respect my physical body? Can I respect the ability to move, the ability to engage today? Can I allow, again, that sense of forgiveness and grace, and I observe my jaw, my spine, and my torso to rotate one more time, breathing? And am I processing? Am I really moving through that? Can I look inside and observe the body? That, can you feel the glutes? Can you feel the outer thighs? Can you feel the lower back? Can you feel the tummy? Are the shoulders drawn down rather than lifted? Is my jaw lifted away from the throat, or is can be drawn into the body? And then those little adjustments just make the energy of the body just run through, right? Anytime that we flex or twist in a different or weird way, then we prevent the natural flow. Can I allow my body to, one last time, breathe gently all the way out, exhaling as I inhale, come back. Let my breath return my body into It's center pose, and my hands come towards the seat of the chair when I'm ready. And if I'm ready, and my left toes flex and my left knee raises, and I extend back my left leg without losing connection of my right leg on the outside of the right side of the chair, and my hands stay on the underneath the shoulders as wide or short as they need to, and then my elbows are never pressing. My left heel presses back, my calf, my hamstring, my thighs. Maybe my right hand comes towards the backrest of the chair. Maybe my left hand also needs to come to the backrest of the chair. Again, can I flex enough? Am I just timidly going to this position, which is only actually going to hurt my body more if I'm just, trying to look like I do it, but then really I'm forcing one part of my body? Or can I just honestly and genuinely be with my body, whatever that is for my heart, my muscles, my angles, my joints, whatever breath, heart rate, engagement, my state of mind? Can I observe my body? Again, be respectful and aware and being conscious and looking at it and processing it constantly. One last breath in, last exhalation, empty all the way through. As my body inhales and I feel the extension, then my hands move towards the seat of the chair, and my left knee slowly softens to the ground. My right leg moves back, and I observe my palms and hands into the seat of the chair, and maybe sliding towards the edges, towards the right and left edge of the seat. As I flex my fingers, as if I really hold the seat of the chair, and my toes flex, and my body slowly flexes the toes to raise the knees, and I press back on my heels, and I feel my body slowly emptying, moving my hands just far back until my hips are gently over my heels, and I walk my feet forward if I need to feel that my body is really flexing through those muscles of my hips and my hamstrings, and I raise my tailbone, and my palms and hands are firm into the ground. My head drops in between my shoulders, and my jaw is drawn in. Can I feel my toes? Can I really feel the balls of my toes onto the ground? Can I find the ball of my heel into the ground? Can I feel my head dropping in between the shoulders? Can I observe my tummy muscles one more time, my rib cage? And maybe my body's ready to exhale all the way through. And again, my hands may hold and grasp the edges of the chair if needed, and slowly leaning forward, my torso raises and leans into my hands. The weight of my body shifts from my feet into my arms, thumbs along the chair. Left foot stays steady, moving the toes to the center and raising the left heel, soften the right knee, and let your right leg slowly come back. And find yourself into the ball of that left of those left toes, while my right leg comes very tall towards the sky, and my head drops gently forward and towards the ground. And I'm just holding the chair for balance. And I'm really activating this calf muscles, and I raise my thigh and I move deeply. And when more body is ready, and can I feel the gastrocnemius muscles of that left leg supporting that? My ankle and my knee are really becoming stronger because I'm just holding the muscles to support the joints. Can I feel my right leg to be longer and taller towards the sky, and my head to just drop and trust my balance? Last 2 times. Observe your tummy. Can you feel your last one breath? Inhale, squeezing that right leg and glute area, and then slowly placing the right foot next to your left one. Palms, hands onto the chair. If this is enough, because you don't need to do any abdominal strength, stay right here. If your body can lean into your hands, the weight of your body into the arms, allow your toes to slowly come deep into the yoga mat and your heels to lift, and you, again, to a modified plank position with your shoulders wide enough, your tummy supportive of your lower back, your thighs and glutes active, squeeze them, tummy muscle supports, jaw draws in, crown head extends out away from the heels. Can you find your body breathing? Can you exhale, one more time, breathe into this position. Find your body really engaging those muscles of the upper body. When your last long, can you squeeze your triceps? Exhale all the way through, and then slowly move back. Feel that your body presses back away from your hands. Your hands, again, as you know, they can move, adapt, hold the sides or edges of the seat of the chair, while your right foot and left foot are under your hips, stretch, drop your head in between your shoulders, really flex in position. Your knees, as you know, never locked, bend them as much as you need to. Allow the weight of your body to shift into the seat of your pants, while your back lengthens towards the ground, and then the shoulders separate from the hips. One more time. Can you feel your body exhales and dips even deeper into the floor? When my final long exhalation empties through your gut, can I feel the entire lengthening of all those muscles come slowly forward? Weight of your body comes into your hands. One more time, and your hands shift and adapt as much as I need to, with my heel of the right foot coming off the ground, my right toes adjusted in how close or far away from your body, my left knee bends, and then raising through, and I slowly move my body back, and I feel that my torso drops gently down while my arms are holding just for balance on the chair. My left leg is as tall as it needs to be, with pointing the toes, flexing the entire foot, engaging the calf muscles of the right breath in. Can I hug those muscles? Again, at first, it might feel, oh my God, this is impossible. I can't do it. My body, blah, blah, blah. Can I really pause for a second and give time for the power of your body? In yoga, we call that internal Shakti, that strength that we have, that uncover strength that we have inside, and rediscover it today, right now. It doesn't have to look like anybody else or like you think your body should look. It just simply feels it. Am I conquering? I'm able to do something with my body that is strengthening. When my last long inhalation, can I feel my body strong through that left glute and thigh? And I exhale and release that left foot, very gently next to your right one. Beautiful, deep breath. Allow your feet to walk closer towards the chair, so your hands are easily placed on the seat of the chair and under the shoulders. Breath in, and allow your body to exhale. Find that the left elbow flexes in your exhalation, so the form stays easily and across the chair. Maybe from the elbows in the front of the seat of the chair, and the hand is in the back on the right side of the seat of the chair, so that it feels that it's a 45 degrees to support the balance of your body. The left foot stays on the ground, and your right leg opens behind you. And feel that your right hand stays in the chair, and your right hand slowly comes over the hip. Your right hand comes over the leg. The right hand slowly comes towards the seat of the chair or the backrest of the chair. It doesn't matter. And allow your right leg to be opening. And again, we use the chair as a prop to open, to give you support, to find the extension, to feel that your body is really opening, and stay there and experiment. What does it feel like to shift and move your body around it? Can you really experience your body? If I were to hold you from your belly and the inner thigh of that right leg, can you feel them rotating and opening up towards the sky? Beautiful. And let your nervous system connect. Let your cerebellum, right, the center for your balance, to really reconnect, to rebuild, to have, again, to really feed that neuroplasticity, right? Research is now catching up with the thousands of year long yoga practices, where the brain is understood now to be creating all the time new connections, new neurons. Neurogenesis is actually possible. Can you find your body again connecting and supporting? Let your last long deep breath, and your right leg slowly settles, and you can feel your right foot slowly coming towards the ground next to your left, and palms of hands on the seat of the chair, your hands under the shoulders, your spine is flat. Breath in when your body's ready. Even hands, even shoulders. Allow your shoulder blades to lift while your chest falls in between your shoulders. So your chest is going to come down in between your shoulders and arms, while you're almost feeling like you're arching the spine, and your heels stay on the ground. Your tailbone area raises, your tummy tucks, and you're slowly raising your chest, and feel that your shoulder blades are always behind, activated. And your chin lengthens and your tailbone lengthens, and see what happens to your spine when you're hugging it and raising it through your crown of the head, not through your chin, not through your nose, not through your forehead. And you move the spine in a way that is really, truly engaging full range of movement of the spine. So say if somebody were going to tie a little string through the tailbone, through the coccyx of your body, and pulls it away and up. And the same way in the crown of the head, and just pulls it from these two light strings, so your spine hangs, and you really hold it and extend it and feel the muscles inside your chest, inside in particular your abdomen, not just the front of the abdomen, but the inner lining of the abdomen are holding your spine. And you observe your body to breathe in. And so can you imagine, is that even a possibility? Is that simply an concept that is available to our brains, to our heart, to our imagination? Can I allow my body to just breathe and imagine really into this position, my body long, final, deep breath. And exhale to slowly soften your head and soften your torso and soften your spine. Very nice. And let your slow movement onto the right foot. And the right elbow, again, the same way as we did before in the mirror position, the right forearm crosses, the palm of the hand comes towards the back and left side maybe of the seat of the chair, and your left leg opens behind, and you looking at your right foot that is not twisted, that you're not over sinking the arch of your foot, or you're not pushing your right knee in a rotation that is not comfortable, and maybe your left hand stays in the chair, on the top of the chair, on the back of the hip or the waist or the leg or towards the sky, it doesn't matter. Find your body opening those shoulders and feel that movement. You're using the chair, right? You're not just reaching the position, you're using the chair to hold you and to find and discover the joints of your ankle, the joints of your knee, the joints of your hip, that you're not sinking into that head of the femur, that you're really hugging it from inside and around the head of your thigh bone, and your abdomen, inner lining of the pelvic floor really support the position. Deep breath in, allow your body to support and feel that your neck and your shoulders are broad. Let your last 2 breaths, can you really invigorate your body? What does it feel like to open and extend in your last 1 breath? Can you find gently the expansion of your body to exhale as your body is ready to let your left hand, your left foot slowly come towards the ground, and you breathe in, and the palms of the hands slowly come under the shoulders, easily towards the seat of the chair, while the heels of your feet slowly are under the hips. And you're going to retract. Make sure that your toes are closer than your heels, and you're going to retract gently the center of your back or the abdomen into the lower back. And so your spine arches like a cat and your jaw draws in and the shoulder blades separate from each other. And now you're really intentionally extending the rhomboid muscles, the trapezoid muscles, the head, the jaw draws into your chest. Your abdomen is supportive of that lumbar spine, while your tilt of the hips bring the tailbone area as if we're coming right in between your thighs. And the heels stay steady and the toes start lifting evenly off the ground. So you find now that you're contracting to your thighs, you're contracting to your shins, and you feel that your toes are lifting. Big toe, pinky toe, your jaw draws in, shoulders separate, shoulder blades, I should say, separate towards away from each other towards the right and left, and your chest sinks in and your jaw draws in. One more time, breathe into this position. Observe your abdomen and rib cage. Last 2 breaths. Can you feel your thigh muscles, your calf muscles in your last 1 extension? Feel that the center and lumbar spine is benefited and every part of your vertebrae is supported. And when your body's ready, exhale and release slowly your feet and torso, neutral position. Let your spine hang. Let all the muscles, awareness come towards your muscles, towards your joints, towards your organs. Let your head's gentle and supple. That your, again, instinct of judgment, right? We want to immediately start judging things and have to evaluate things. Can we stay neutral? Is there a way that we allow ourselves to just be in the moment, regardless of anything outside of us? Right? The intention is not external. The intention comes from within. And that's the premise of every yoga philosophy and principle, is that everything happens from within the mind. So can I allow my elbows to then bend until the forearms are coming towards the chair, and I feel my hands to stay steady and the jaw draws in. Can you feel the spine staying long and extended? Feel that your body gently opens those hips and your jaw draws in towards your throat and chest, so you can feel this vertebrae column open, and your forearms stay steady and your back broadly open. One more time, inhale into this position, and when your body's ready, Can I allow slowly? So my feet are coming onto the balls of your toes, and I engage my heels and I raise them and I adjust. I move my feet back, my foot forward, whichever is easier, and I flex my knees. And I feel that my feet gently are as close, or my knees and inner thighs as close towards each other as I need to. And I raise my heels as tall as I need to. And my thighs are coming towards the belly, and then not pressing unless you have to. Again, some of us cannot press into the tummy, and that's not recommended, but you can open your hips and you can open the back of your lumbar spine. You can open the glute muscles and feel that flexion, feel that your glutes, you're activating those hips, you're really moving. Once your ribs come closer to your thighs, then you can hold those together and start raising the tailbone, raising the sitting bones. And you feel that your body comes a little bit longer and you activate deeper into the position with your head softly extending away from the base of the spine. One more time. Are you, again, connected? What is the emotional stuff that is coming up? What are we processing at this moment? Are we personalizing things, or are you just simply external things that is? Or are we looking from inside? One more time. Can I feel my body really engage into this pose? And can I exhale and release the heels of my feet into the ground and allow my hands to come slowly towards the seat of the chair? Can I open my legs a lot wider to outside the yoga mat, possibly with my heels in, my toes wide, and allow my knees to flex? And I flex through my inner thighs, my glute muscles, and I place my forearms and elbows towards the ground, and I feel my head gently soften, and I sit back onto my glutes, and I allow my toes to be light, and I feel my spine long, and I flex gently that hip area, inner thighs, connecting through those muscles of my legs. Breath in, strengthen those muscles of your core. Feel that your body is really engaging through those hips. Allow your body, your neck, your jaw. Where is it that we hold tension? Where is it that we hold, again, that tightness into your body? Can we process? Can we still move around internally and observe that my body is just supportive? Engaging one more time, that the breath really moves into those glutes, inner thighs. Inhale, inhale. Exhale all the way through. Last one. Can I find the muscles that hold my back and observe them? And as my body exhales, press through your heels and raise the legs slowly, slowly. Beautiful. And allow the hands to come gently under the shoulders. Allow the toes to walk in, then the heels and the toes, and allowing gently the tip of the toes, big toe towards big toe, and the heels to be wider than your toes. So you're almost, is that pigeon-toed position? So you're never locking anything in this position. So that means your ankles and your knees are softened, and let your elbows slowly bend a little bit and your knees to soften a little bit, and see if your torso comes very gently forward. And so what are the parts of your body that are open? What is the sensation, and where does it feel like when your torso folds forward? And you're holding the chair to just give you a point of reference and balance, but your toes are facing towards each other, your outer thighs, your knees are bending. You're not forcing or aching or paining any one of your parts. You're simply allowing those muscles that we seldom reach. Is there a part of your body that you usually do not touch that extends and opens and broadens? One more time, observe your breath. Is your heart rate? What is your rhythm of breathing? One more time. Can you observe the gentleness of your own movement? Feel it. Feel your muscles breathing, all those parts, all those ligaments. Use the chair as a prop so you can observe and investigate what it feels to dig a little bit deeper. And when your body, and if your body's ready, can you observe kindly all the way through, slowly emptying, and then gently with your hands and arms, we're going to slowly raise and feel that your body extends and open, allow the heels to come in, the toes to be parallel, feet to be parallel, support very gently, allow your body to exhale kindly into this. We are going to very, very gently bring the left leg back, big step behind, hands onto the seat of the chair, and the right knee is going to bend, and the right foot is going to slide towards the left side of your yoga mat, and you're going to try to attempt to rest the outer shin, the lower leg between the knee and the ankle of the right leg into the floor, and the left leg slowly comes behind. Elbows forms into the chair, hands into the back of the back rest of the chair, and the left leg starts moving behind you, and your left knee may come towards the ground or not. And maybe your left leg extends even deeper behind, and you feel that your right leg, again, to that supported pigeon pose, that your body is flexing easily through that knee, through the hip, and you're sitting as close to the ground through the outer right hip with your left leg easily extended behind, with your knee on the floor or off the ground, or maybe completely flat into the floor, so the top of that left foot toenails are touching the ground, and you shift deeper, and your chair is just giving you support through your torso, and you breathe in. And maybe for some of us, the chair gives you enough support that your torso becomes a little bit longer and a little bit taller, and you find that your arms and elbows and hands raise your chest, and your chin looks up towards the sky, and your eyes look towards the ceiling, and you drop the shoulders away from the ears, and you feel your body breathing. And observe one more time, hips, back, shoulders, one inhalation at a time. Observe your body. Open all those parts that your body needs to open. Let your last long deep breath. Your hips are really important. Those muscles that are moving inside. Can you feel and create enough space in the pelvic floor? When your body exhales, move deeply into those muscles and organs to rearrange and support the engagement of all those muscles to health of your body or health processing. And your body slowly flexes the left toes, moves gently into the chair, walking your toes in, walking your knee of the left leg forward until your body slowly comes on hands and feet under the hips, hands under the chest into neutral position. Exhale. So moving gently and as little or as much as your body needs to. Observe your body just to stay in the very gentle, neutral space. One more time, breath in. Very nice. So what does it feel like to stay for a second with a different feeling between possibly right and left sides from all the movement and stretching when your last long inhalation happens? Can you observe your spine and shoulders and neck? Can you breathe in? And maybe the right leg then slowly comes behind you while the left leg starts flexing the left knee. And maybe the right foot, once it's secure, your left leg gently crosses over towards the right side of your yoga mat, and you flex that left knee into the ground, and you touch your shin or the space between your knee and your ankle, and your hands or elbows bend. Walk your hands to support. Maybe your right leg starts gently sliding back and touching the knee to the ground. And maybe this is as far as you're going to go. Maybe your leg starts gradually and with time and with patience, and maybe with every breath, you start letting go of any tension onto your hips and muscles of your leg to sit deeper that left hip into the ground. And you adjust and you stay softening into this position for as long as your body needs to, without needing to change or force anything until your body is ready. And if your body's ready, and that's okay if it's not, to bring your hands. Am I able to really be okay with my hands, my arms, and my torso not changing positions? Or maybe I do. Maybe my torso is able to, in this side, to come a little bit longer and a little bit taller, and I feel my chin, head slowly tilting up towards the sky so I can really open the body, if that's even an option for myself. Can I allow my body to activate those left toes? So what are my left toes doing? Do they help by moving them to support the ankle, the knee joint, the hip joint? Can I really feel those muscles of the pelvic floor opening all the way towards my lower back? And I feel that my torso is not pinched, but lengthened. 2 more times. Can I breathe in and breathe out? Beautiful. Can I observe again the own rhythm of my own energy to circulate in my last one breath? Can I observe my body? And exhale all the way through, kindly, softly shifting toes of both feet, arms, elbows, walking the toes, moving the right knee slightly, little bit by little bit, until my right knee is easily able to come next to your left when the left leg stays parallel. Hands under the shoulders, flexing toes, raising knees. One more time, coming slowly into that neutral pose. bending forward, observing my body, staying neutral. Deep breath. When and if my body is ready, can I observe again a moment? So can I stay in the position without having to change or alter anything or being restless about anything, but can I just stay for a second? And so what does it mean to stay, right? And that's the challenging part. Can I find my shoulder blades, my back? Can I find my last long deep breath into this position? And when my body exhales all the way through, I find an inhalation that supports the exhalation that bends the knees one more time, and I flex my knees into the ground, and I feel my body to just rest my knees into the floor, and I'm going to walk my body 90 degrees to the left. So my hands come towards the left side of my yoga mat. My knees also rotate, and I'm going to rest on my left hip or my left outer thigh, and I'm going to place my right heel, my right ankle, my right calf easily on the chair. So I'm going to raise that right leg with my left leg easily flexed, and I am sitting on the left hip easily. And finding my right toes, and I find the perfect distance between my body and the chair, and allowing that I'm comfortable by extending the heel long away from the right hip, and my body exhales, and feel my inner thigh, my shoulders, my left hand and right hand support me to maintain my torso as tall as I need to. And when my body is ready, can I allow my right hand to slowly hold on to the ground, maybe towards the right leg, maybe towards the right toes, maybe towards the right ankle, and my left arm to stay on the ground, to come towards my left or flexed knee, to come slowly off the ground towards the sky. And I feel my body sitting as tall as if I were creating a perfect plane line through my body, and breathe in. And so what happens when I stretch that hip? Can I feel the inner thighs? Can I feel my body slowly stretching and supporting from the ground up? Breath in. And so as we stay in the position, whatever that is that we can actually stay in, then the muscles are going to start talking to you. So the body starts softly engaging, and start observing what are the muscles that are really getting tired, quote unquote. And so what are the muscles that are really needing more oxygen? So what are the muscles that are really working? Can I distribute the weight of the body or the effort of the position in all other parts of my body? Can I observe the strength coming not just from these obvious portions, but is there another part of my body that adds strength to the movement? Can I observe my inhalation and my exhalation one more time, observing my body lengthening and extending? And I find my last long deep breath. And then the soft movement, the left arm to undo, the left hand to come towards the outside or towards the back of the mat, and let my body just lean into or fold the torso towards the back of my yoga mat, with staying with my right leg in position, and maybe the right forearm, the right elbow bends, and I can feel my body reaching away, and my glutes press slightly forward, so my leg and my torso are perfectly in the same plane, and my right arm comes gently off the ground, and my elbow on the left is not directly under the shoulder, but is slightly wider and farther forward, and let my right hand come towards the shoulder, towards the back of my neck, to the back of my head, above the head towards the ground, and I feel my rib cage opening and the jaw drawn in. One more time, breathe. And I exhale. Abdomen, waist, rib cage, observe your body. Again, let your own intention, right? This yoga life or this spiritual life can be very, very difficult and lonely sometimes, because we are deeply connected with ourselves, and there's so many other expectations. We expect everybody else to walk along with us in the same way, and that's not logical, right? Everybody works at their own pace, in their own level, in their own intentions. So can you observe your own intentions and just develop that strength about the intrinsic value of your practice? One more time, breath in. Exhale all the way through. Can you let your last long extension to really feel your body stretching away from that hip, and then slowly, slowly bring the right arm first to undo so there's no pressure on that right side. Your left arm to then start walking, not because of your back, not because of your neck. Slowly, the left arm supports, and you breathe in, and then you allow your body to roll the left knee off the ground until it gives you enough support, and your hands are right next to the hip, maybe towards the right leg, and your right knee bends, and you feel the right heel into the ground. Breathe in, sitting easily, facing the chair, and exhale. Can you stay and feel those muscles of the right hip and leg? One more time, deep breath. And then flex slowly your right leg towards the right side of your body, rolling onto the right hip on the right outer thigh. And the left leg slowly extend gently out onto the seat of the chair. The hips gently engage, your left kneecap and toes, breath in. When your right knee is flexed enough and you feel that your right hand is holding your torso enough, maybe that's enough. That's as far as you're going to go. Maybe the left hand is able to hold on to the right knee, flex knee towards the ground, or maybe towards the left thigh, ankle, toes, it doesn't matter. And let your right arm maybe come off the ground. And you can feel your right arm coming towards the sky, and you observe your chest and shoulders tall and long, and you feel your jaw drawing in. Can the crown of it extend towards the sky, and you feel your body breathing? And exhale, exhale. Observe your body one more time to feel, and then be patient and stay. Stay for a second with your body. So what is that? Awaken. What is the challenge here? Right? What is the message? And what is the lesson? And let your body slowly, again, developing that internal, genuine relationship with self. Observing that you're actually developing a deep sense of love, a deep sense of care, a deep sense of genuineness. And can you find that? And then there's nothing else you have to express externally. There's nothing you have to say to somebody else, because that's what we are. That's what we're connected to. There's nothing to express verbally or with maybe overt actions if you know that you're just coming from that deep sense of being and strength. Can you find your body one more time to really build, to really hold in your last long deep breath in? Your body exhales, and feel that your right hand and left hand soften, and your right arm and elbow come outside your torso. This is as far as you're going to go. Perfect. If you're maybe this right side is able to slowly soften the elbow towards the ground, far out to the away from the shoulder, and elbow slightly behind the shoulder, so you feel your body perfectly perpendicular, and your left arm stays on the ground, the hip, maintaining your glutes active, so your hips slightly extend forward, and your left arm comes above the head, over the shoulder, over the neck, over the head, or just hanging over towards the floor above or behind the yoga mat. Breath in. And see what happens when you invite movement, that you invite fluidity, that your body doesn't just pull or just stagnates with this energy, right? That we're of this one single movement of the body, that you're challenging your body to move in all kinds of directions. Of course, we're talking about physically and all the other layers behind a physical movement. Can I observe my mind to not be stuck in a single way, but to be able to be flexible, to open to new possibilities, to able to listen and experiment, not because somebody's telling me, it's because I experience it with myself, that I become more in tune with my soul, right? We talked about spirit, body, and mind. So what is the body doing, and how is that connecting with what my mind is thinking, and how is that spiritual? Can I observe my body? And do I have the right to define that and to feel it my way? Absolutely. That is actually the intention. That yoga is not prescriptive, is invitational. That you let your last full breath engage its support, and then slowly your left arm and your right arm gently re-engage to slowly come back to sit very gently back upright. Or we can check our text messages, and that's okay too. Find your heels and ankles slowly on the chair, and let your hands to slowly come walking or slide your hips gently towards the chair, flexing the knees. Allow your feet to slowly come into the seat of the chair while your knees are bending, and your back slowly will rest on the floor. And feel your spine and your neck slowly rests into the ground, and you find your abdomen resting, and you feel the exhalation into this position so your shoulder blades are really steady. And maybe in this position, and again, for some of us, that's perfect, that's enough, and we can stay in this position, especially if there's, abdomen care that we need to take at this point. For some of us, the arms can slide under the hips and then slide under the rib cage, and see if your fingers are slowly placed in that nice arch above the hips and under the lower back, with the elbows bent, the shoulders back, your calves onto the chair. When your body is ready, stay right here. If that's enough to give support to that lumbar spine, stay right there. Make sure that your jaw is drawing in so you can really extend the back of your neck and create a full extension of your vertebrae from the base of your head to your tailbone. Last 2 breaths. Observe your body breathing. One more time, inhaling. And when the body is ready, through your calves, slowly press into the chair, raise your glutes. If your body allows it, and feel that your glutes come slowly off the ground, and you tense your legs or activate the legs to raise your hips higher off the ground while your fingers stay on the yoga mat. On the ground, breath in, not on the neck. You're not pushing on the back of the head or the neck area. You're pressing through your shoulder blades. One more time, squeeze the glute muscles. Really engage those hips. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Squeeze. Raise your glutes a little bit taller if your body allows it. And when your body is ready, exhale and drop the lower back and hips and tailbone, air towards the floor. Soften your neck and spine. Breath in. Observe your body to exhale. One more time. We're going to inhale to feel the blood flow, to feel all those muscles, and to strengthen those muscles of your lower back. We're going to raise one more time the glutes and the hips, inhaling in single breath all the way up. And you're going to sink the tailbone area towards the ground, so your belly button area slowly drops the floor. One more time. Raise as you inhale, not through your neck. Shoulder blades into the floor, triceps into the floor, squeeze your glutes. And then exhale towards the ground. One final time. Can you feel how that connects into your muscles of the entire back, into the entire hips? Holding up. Exhale, flatten your belly, move your shoulders broad, soften your facial expression, tense your legs in the terms of strengthening those muscles to hold the hips high in your last and final breath. Can you observe your glutes coming and holding the hips to slowly exhale, and feel your hips slowly settle towards the ground, and you drop gently your back and you soften your shoulders. And you allow your body to exhale slowly. Maybe you have enough room above your head, maybe not. Soften your knees, soften your legs, make sure that they're comfortable on the chair. So blood flow returns from those muscles of your leg area, and raise your arms towards the sky. And let your arms slowly point towards the ceiling. And when your body's exhaling, let the arms move slowly towards the ground, and your fingernails touch the floor. So your underarms open, and you open your rib cage, and you feel that your back and chest activate together, and you feel that you're broadening your arms. Your arms can be as wide away from each other or as far away from the shoulders as you need to, with your jaw drawing in and the neck extending. One more time. Observe your spine. Observe slowly, and then kindly let your arms just come, if you can, and your abdominal muscles allow you, your arms about 4 inches or 6 inches off the ground, and you stay with your fingers open and your arms and shoulders not tight, meaning your joints not tight, and your jaw draws in and your arms open as wide as need to, and as tall as 6 inches or half a foot off the ground. And you breathe. And this is as far as your body is going to go and needs to go. Perfect. Flatten the lower back into the floor. Feel that your iliac bone touches directly towards the yoga mat, and your abdomen strengthens that way. And you feel your rib cage brought in. One more time, breathe in. If and only if your body's ready, flex your right knee softly in and see if your right foot comes towards the edge of the seat of the chair. Exhale. Stay in this position if your body needs to stay. Otherwise, if you some of us need a little bit something else, the right leg extends towards the sky with your arms about 6 inches off the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Last 2 breaths. Observe your tummy, observe the lower back pressing to the floor. One more time. Inhale, inhale. Bending as you exhale the right knee, and see if your right leg slowly settles on the seat of the chair. Relax your arms and shoulders. Exhale kindly. Rest flat into the floor. Take 2 more breaths to just find what happened to your body, if anything at all. If nothing else, are we still continuously breathing? And when you finally inhale into your body, then the body is able to release all pressure, and maybe your arms one more time. Allows the hands to face each other. Maybe the palms of the hands now face each other. Maybe the index points away from the head, and maybe your thumbs rest on the yoga mat. Or maybe your arms are able to raise 6 to 8 inches off the floor, and you feel your arms not pushing your neck, not pushing your shoulders, that your arms are simply lifting, and you hold your fingers together, extending the index away from the hands into steeple pose, engaging the back of the arms, flatten the rib cage, letting the body exhale, moving the lower back to touch the yoga mat, and let your left knee, if comfortable, to flex in, and you feel that your left knee flexes and comes towards the edge of the seat of the chair, and you stay right there, and that's as far maybe as your body's going to go, and you feel your jaw and your neck and your spine long. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. Maybe your left leg is able to slowly come off the ground, and you stretch it towards the sky, and you feel that your toes point, flexing heel, whichever is appropriate for your body. And again, core muscles, lower back, shoulder blades, neck area, paying attention to all those little things. Is there a part of my body that is really talking louder? And do I listen to that? Can I observe my last 2 breaths? And finding my lower back, not lifting, not squeezing off the ground, but really flattening to the floor. In your final breath in, allow your left knee to bend, and you let your left foot on the edge of the chair, relaxing your arms. Then paying full attention, hands and arms soften. Let your left leg then settle into the seat of the chair. Bring your arms next to your hips on the ground, and let the palms of the hands face up towards the ceiling. That feels okay with your body, with your elbows and shoulders relaxed. Chest and abdomen and jaw soften, facial expression relaxes. Can I just breathe for a second? So we sometimes run through the Shavasana pose, right? Many times it is my fear, right? That I'm boring people, that people just are all in their heads, and I feel responsible for what the people who are coming to yoga session are thinking about. But maybe that's not so much true. So maybe we can invite for a few seconds just stillness. And so giving time for each and every one of us to find their way into relaxation. Do I have time? Do I dedicate time to soften my feet, my legs, my knees, my hips, my abdomen, lower back? by now you're experts into monitoring your body. You know what your body needs. Can I give it to it right? How do I connect to my breath? Maybe my body just feels recharged, feels reconnected. I can invite soft movement through my hands, through my legs, through my feet, by maybe flexing my knees and my elbows and my shoulders, stretching my body and observing my torso and abdomen and rib cage. Maybe my feet come towards the edge of the chair enough that I can feel my lower back just stretching, and I feel my head and neck really stretching the length of my spine. Maybe my body's able to roll completely on one of its sides, and let your torso roll onto that shoulder, to the hip, and the top hand comes slowly in front of the chest to take a full breath. Just let the body, we have shifted a lot of the pressure towards the head. Now we want to slowly bring it back as we gently, in this mini breaths, pausing 1, 2, 3 times on the way out, up, to let your body sit until your blood pressure fluids are realigned and your body sits easily into your comfortable position with your legs extended, wide apart, one leg extended, the other one crossed. All the possibilities that we know to do our physical body. To find a sitting position and to be able to honor the body as a temple for our spirit. To be able to have the time and the luxury, really, right, to have space in our heads and in our lives, to bring the hands together, to be able to have for a few seconds in our day the ability to flex the elbows and bring the thumbs in front of our heart center into Anjali Mudra, so we can sit in introspection. So we can humbly understand our physical body again as a temple for our spirit, that we are able to find and revive those values and remind ourselves constantly of our place for harmony, for peacefulness, for truthfulness, and most importantly, whatever that means to each and every one of us, divine love.